Hi Griffins, Mrs. Hugh here. I was just daydreaming about being out on a boat just like this. And if I was out on a boat like this, I'd probably be out on the Chesapeake Bay. And if I was out on the Chesapeake Bay, I would probably love to have some crabs for lunch that day. Maybe I would go crabbing, because any Marylander worth their Old Bay loves a good crab feast, or a crab cake if you're feeling lazy. And I found out that the 4th grade, Mrs. Lippman's class, is studying the great state of Maryland. So I thought, bingo bango, let's learn how to draw a crab. And then we'll come back to the boat. Let me talk to you about the crabs that I'm going to teach you to draw today. This is a super simple crab. This might be perfect for our 1st graders or our 2nd graders to start with. And I will show you how to draw this crab in this video. And I'm also going to show you how to draw a little bit more of a complicated crab, which is this bad boy. He is actually a blue crab, Maryland blue crabs. When you think of crabs, you think that they're red. And they are, but after you give them a nice hot bubble bath before you eat them. So they are actually blue when you catch them, and then when you cook them as kindly and as humanely as you can, and they turn red, and then you eat them, and they're delicious. Sorry, don't listen to me. If this crab had ears, I'd put my fingers over it. Anyway, first I'm going to show you our very simple crab to boost your confidence that you can draw at least a simple crab. And the reason why I know that you absolutely can draw this crab is because it involves shapes that you're very familiar with. The crab body is just an oval, like a potato that's been knocked over onto its side. There you go, you already have your crab body. Now let's do those claws. Are you familiar with the crab claw? Has a crab ever gotten your toe when you were at the beach? So let's draw the claws. As you can see here, I just drew 2 lines, and at the top of the line, I'm going to draw what looks like a Pac-Man. Chomp, chomp, chomp. Chomp, chomp, chomp. 2 Pac-Man looking claws. So simple, but I'm totally getting the point that this is a crab. We're going to come down here and we're going to make these little V shapes, and those are going to be our crab feet. 1, 2, 3, 4 on each side. I'm going to draw a little happy smile because this crab doesn't know what's coming to it. And we're going to draw these little cute little eyes that kind of bug out the crab. And here you have a super simple crab. Voila! So don't say you don't know how to draw a crab, because you do. Oval, 2 little arms, Pac-Man, 4 little legs that sort of look like a V, a very close together V, and the little eyes popping out. Simple. So you know at least how to do a simple crab. Now let's move on to my more complicated buddy, the Maryland blue crab. And this too is going to be simple when we break it down. So let's start with this body of the crab. It's going to be this wavy line that's going to come up, it's going to crest, and then it's going to go down again. So let me take my paper. I'm actually going to do what we normally do sometimes when we're drawing as our guideposts. And again, I'm using computer paper because I know that's what I'm sure you have that at home. And we're gonna come up, see my little crease line here? I'm gonna draw a dot there on one side and a dot on the other. I've got the crease going down the middle. I've got the crease going across, and that's where we're going to draw the top shape of our crab. So let's do it. We're gonna go up, we're gonna dip down a little bit, we're gonna come up to where that crease is, we're gonna dip down, and then join. We're gonna come here and join sides. Now you have the shape of your crab body, voila. Now, it doesn't need to be perfect, but there's a reason why we have erasers on our pencils. And when you're happy with that shape, you just leave it be. And now we're going to go in and do the claws. These claws are going to be different than the other claws that we did. These are going to have joints in them. Going to look a little bit more realistic. So we're going to draw almost like a little bit of an oval shape, another oval shape, and then from there, those Pac-Mans, except we're going to make them a little bit more jagged. So oval, oval, and then that kind of Pac-Man shape. We're going to do that on the other side, and little oval, oval, and that Pac-Man shape with sort of jagged claws. We're going to go in and do our eyes. Now you can do your eyes any way you want. You can have them popping up, or you can just have them closer to the body of the crab. And now let's go in and do our crab legs. They're going to have 3 joints in them, very similar to the kind of the pincher claws, but smaller. So 1, 2, and then 3. 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 And you'll do the same thing on the other side. I'm doing these rather quickly. You hopefully are taking more time than I am. But the idea is you're showing that the crab's legs have these joints to them. 1, 2, 3. Okay? And then when you're happy with the shape of your crab, you're going to go in with your Sharpie or your black marker or whatever it is that you want, and you're going to outline your shape. On this crab, I drew just these 2 little dots for eyes, and I like that as well. Now I want to show you something else. If you take your hand and you ball it up into a fist and you put that down on the paper and you trace that shape, it's very similar to the shape and size of a crab's body. And from there, you can draw your crab with the claws on both sides. And you can go in, but I thought it was kind of neat when I was looking at the shape of my fist. I thought, oh, that is very, very similar to the body of a crab. So it's just a great kind of guide for you to say, well, this is the size and sort of the shape of the crab I'm going to draw. So I'm going to use my hand as a guide, and you can put that hand down on the paper and then trace it and then draw your crab from there. That is a third way of drawing a crab. So we have the example of sort of using your fist as a guide. We have this little bit more detailed crab, larger with the kind of wavy top and the 3 jointed claws. And then we have the very, very simple oval shape Pac-Man crab. 3 different crabs that you can draw, and I would absolutely love to see if you end up drawing one. Please send it to me. It makes my day to see. And in our next video, we will learn how to draw a boat, the SS Griffin. See you soon.